Alright everyone, we're going to look at another DPL match here, pardon me, BTG versus Mazer. This one is going to be from the DPL Season 2 playoffs as well, so it's going to be good. This one is a pretty interesting round because I think the map is a really cool one. I mean, it has a lot of gimmicks to it. I want to run through a few of those things first. So first of all, this map has a fairly straightforward map generation. So it's got, you know, a base, beach, etc. But it has a few quirks to it. The first one is castle. Castle actually looks into the beach. And additionally, the button to open the castle drawbridge is in the beach, meaning this is one of those very few maps where there is a capacity for the defenders to enter through into the beach. So normally you can't spawn at beach as a defender. There's no way up over here. On this map, if this button is pressed, then defenders can come through the castle and storm the beach backwards. So that is an option. You're not likely going to see that in a match, though. I've done it before, but it's not common. The other weird thing about this map is observation. Normally, observation has a very strong presence in the map. You might see it generate out in the open here to look at a large portion of the map, but instead we have it generating off to the side and actually blocked off by this section of ruins, which means that observation is more of a hazardous entry point that gets you quickly to the bomb. So the idea here is you'd be able to get to bomb quickly, and with some smoke grenades or something, you could maybe start defusing. But because of the way that ruins is set up, there's just too many opportunities for players to shoot back at that bomb. So map control is pretty hard here. Let's skip ahead here a little bit to when we start looking at the map screen again and see how they start planning it out. So right away we have, you know, the attackers want to put a smoke out into base and get control of castle and base, I believe. And they're thinking about an observation wall charge, it looks like, but that's a double charge, so I don't know about that. Skip ahead again here and get a rough idea of where the defenders are going to set up. So I wanted to analyze this round because it offers some pretty cool stuff that both teams do, and it's a pretty standard setup, and it's a good fight. It's a balanced matchup, but they actually both make some mistakes, and I want to look at a couple of those. But I don't remember every detail, so we'll have fun looking at this. Roadrunner's playing back here with the clacker in case he can get a clack on observation. He's watching windows to see, is anyone going to come through down here? And then we have Mace and Omerta and Smit playing in ruins proper. Mace is going to play this rock. It's a really good position to play. Mace is a bit more aggressive than the other players. That's an understatement. Omerta and Smit are going to be holding up ruins. They're going to be anchoring sight, holding the two different sides here. And then Death has he's the dedicated sniper. He's going to be watching this angle, whatever he can. Get some picks in base maybe. We'll see. The attackers are bringing 2 door charges, actually, but I think there's or is that, oh no, I think 1 door charge? No, there's 2, Ned and Billboard. First mistake, I guess. Both players put a door charge down at the red door. Okay, it almost looks like they're communicating. They're like, oh, what's going on? But I don't know if the casters picked up on that or not. It's a pretty easy detail to miss. It looks like they did use both door charges there. Now, here's the thing. You might think, why bring 2 door charges on a round where you're only blowing 1 red door? Well, the first answer is, and this is not a good map to explain this, is that you can use a door charge on this castle. Now, there is no reason you would do that in this case, but that is an option. The other reason is that door charges, just like frag grenades and wall charges, can destroy barbed wire. So you can actually put door charges onto green doors to destroy the barb that's in them. And I believe that was their goal here, is to door charge in and then door charge through here. So that's what they have. That's what they probably wanted to do, and there was a miscommunication. I mean, seriously, if you're going to make a miscommunicate a flashbang or something, not a door charge. That's pretty severe. So first mistake to watch out for, but the point is that even if you make a mistake, don't get tilted. You're going to keep playing, right? And they're going to keep playing here, and they're going to make some good choices as well. So Billboard's going to kick down the door here, or someone kicks it down. They're going to get in beach. They have a good smoke here to cut off this sight line, you know, just a pretty standard one, but they're keeping an eye on the castle door. I think all the way through here. At this point, by the way, Death, I forgot to mention, he didn't play up here. He's actually playing back in base, and he gets smoked out, so he's going to just leave. The round starts a little bit slow, but they do have a lot of flashbangs on them. It's last round of this set, so Ned and Godspeed are going to spend a flash to get in. Right there, Death is actually contesting Billboard's angle all the way back like that, and Billboard's actually going to win that one with the Saber. That's a pretty serious pick. I mean, already you can see how they kind of equalized off of their mistake. So yeah, they messed up with the door charge, but... Oh, and you know, if there's something I'm missing and they didn't mess up, please tell me, but I'm pretty sure they put both door charges on that red door. So, while there was a mistake there, Billboard's pick already kind of made up for it. So, they already have the enemy sniper down. That's pretty significant. Now this whole area is much less of a threat when they start pushing from base into jungle. And that's going to really determine how they think about this. Another kind of meta thing to think about, this doesn't affect you in normal games, is they know that Death is the one with the mop every time. And in that scope, they probably could tell it was the mopper. So they know the sniper player is down as well. So that's kind of interesting. That's going to really determine, or at least influence, like how they think about this round. Frosty's going to push in and get power. Very easy power here. He's just going to look down at the floor, avoid any shots, tap the button. Very straightforward. Look at how many flares they have. I think it's just 2, I think. Alright, some shots start happening here. Smit is actually engaging off of a cool angle that he has here. So you can shoot into this doorway, but you can also shoot through this window up into a barb that they have right here. And they're actually going to probably fight in that barb in just a second here. I think Ned's going to swing up there. So let's watch Ned. Ned's now into that barb, and he's going to actually get the kill on Smit. That's 2 picks now for the attackers without them losing almost any health. Ned still has 100 health points right now. And they're looking pretty good. And they actually have a flash on Billboard and one on Brandwan. And Godspeed has a flash too. That's 3 flashes for 3 defenders. Very good position they're in now. Flares have gone out. There's a flare landing right here. That's actually a really good one, I think. Because it's going to create light going this way as opposed to getting cut off by this log. So this tree or whatever. So they're going to have to actually get up over this ridge to pick it up and to throw it away. Very important as an attacker when lights are off that you pick up flares and you throw them backwards and away from the area. The other flare went out right here. I like that position. It forces you to go out into the open to pick it up to throw it away if you manage to get there. But, I mean, they have 3 people watching this entry point, so primarily the attack has to play off of this. This is a key thing to understand about split pushes as well. I'll let it play, but I'll talk over it. There's a key thing to understand, which is in a split push, if you are the guys that are kind of like, if you're the smaller group, usually, though I would say if you're the flanking group, whatever that is, not like the main push into the bomb site to clear angles. If you're the supporting push, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't start pushing before these guys are absolutely dominating the field, right? And this is a good example where Ned and Godspeed are showing restraint. They're just looking, peeking, info, getting some damage in. They do take some damage here, but look, they've hit Omerta a little bit, so Godspeed did lose a little bit of health, but it's fine. Just going for trades a little bit back and forth. Again, really well done by Frosty as he's getting up to this flare. Rather than looking at the flare right away and trying to throw it, he's actually looking at who would likely be shooting him, because they know, Death is dead back here. No one crossed, so what's the next angle to check? Well, this angle here is blocked, right? This Ruins is blocking, so just sweeping from our right to our left, we can see that he should check the rocks, and there's a Mace there, so he's going to shoot him a little bit. Mace is actually pretty low health now. Billboard's going to pick up the flare. This is just funny. Watch what the flare does. Yeet! It goes back here. I'm going to rewind that. Please watch that flare. It is so funny to me. Watch the flare. Bounce all the further into the open. So that was a big mess up. Actually, that's pretty critical now because the entire jungle area here is now lit up. Mace sees Billboard cross, but Billboard has a bit of cover back there. He's going to get into there. Now they're pretty limited on flashbangs. I think that was actually all of their flashes gone out. Now this is coming down to positions exclusively. Frosty's going to pick up that flare and fix the mistake that Billboard made. Mace is going to engage with Billboard again, but Billboard has the Saber. You can't contest that with a KR, I'm sorry. That's just not going to work usually. So he's going to get a pick again. You're in a 5 versus 2 scenario now. So perfect situation for attack. You can really see how they were patient, Ned and Godspeed. The other 3 got a really good hold of the bomb site, played slowly, They're down to 40 seconds, but that's enough time, right? In a 5v2, I mean, you're good to go. Let's see what happens next. Billboard takes some shots at Omerta. They know where Omerta is. They assume he's going to have a Molotov. Molotov goes out. They actually dodge it pretty well, but at the same time, Ned actually pushes out. Let's rewind and watch what Ned's doing here. I know that there's this molly going on here, and they're contesting bomb, but let's rewind. So that barbed wire that you probably can't see is right here. It's really hard to tell actually that it's there, but there is a barb there. There's 2 barbs in Castle. I would call these default barbs, right? These are very strong ones to do. One on the top of the stairs to contest this angle, and the other one in the doorway itself, just like you would on any map. So, powerful position for a barbed wire. You might remember they had wasted that door charge, and this is where they get punished for that mistake. 1 and 2. Roadrunner picks up a double kill on Ned and Godspeed with the Ingmar. Like I mentioned in the previous video, the Ingmar, really strong weapon. I mean, it might not be your favorite weapon to use. It's a bit clunky, but it has the potential, the capacity to do really well because of its high headshot multiplier. Two headshots is all you need for a kill. Pretty solid body shot damage as well. So he's going to pick up a double kill. Still fine, right? 3 players versus 2 now. I mean, very winnable. They have the bomb. They just have to watch these 2 angles. 1 and 2. They know exactly where Road is. Ned has made the call. Godspeed died to it as well. He has to either flee up this way or fight bomb. And at that point, they have bomb cover, so that's a head peek, head glitch or whatever versus Roadrunner at this point. So let's watch how that plays out. Omerta falls back to not get flashed or anything. He's going to start tagging bomb. At this point, instead of playing, I think this is a mistake. They don't let Billboard get into a position where he can lock down Roadrunner or lock down Omerta. He's kind of floating in the middle of nowhere, and they're starting to panic because the time is so low. I don't think waiting 3 more seconds, it's not going to take 3, 1 second, 2 seconds to get Billboard in position to get on bomb, or Brandon with the black tar to get on bomb, would have been a bad idea. You have to also think about this. Billboard has low HP. He should really be in strong cover at this point. And Frosty and Brandon both have essentially full HP, or close to. So both of them should be the ones contesting these 2. Or one of the high health guys contesting the bomb. And kind of neither happens. You don't have anyone playing in cover. You have Frosty in a position that can't really play for anything. And then Billboard playing too far north to get an angle into either of these guys. So let's see how this plays out. He's going to sprint in at the same time as Frosty. Frosty's going to start engaging Omerta while Brandon sticks it. At this point, Roadrunner's molly goes off. Super strong molly. I mean, instantly taking the kill, not just on Billboard through the molly, but also the kill on the diffuser, which was actually getting the kill on Frosty there, because Frosty swung in as well. That was an insane play by Roadrunner, who now has a 4K. It's now a 1v2 scenario, but of course, because these 2 players both swung, the HP on the defenders are both really, really low. Now, you can't really say you have a lot of time here, but at 40% of the defusal being done already, 18 seconds is more than enough to clutch the round, but it's going to get a little bit hairy. He's going to stick it to 49, get to the head glitch. He just doesn't see Road, though. This is where I can't figure out exactly why he couldn't take this shot. But now Road is playing behind the rock. He's going to tap bomb. Play behind the bomb now. Road makes a great decision here. He says, why would I fight this when I can swing over here? I know where Omerta is. That's the thing, right? The Mazer, now known as Nemesis, they have amazing team cohesion. They know what each other is doing at all times. Road makes the really good decision to swing north here. And they turn a 5v2 into a victory, a 2v5 into a victory. Road with an ace in this round, which was absolutely mind-blowing. You can see how just 2 simple mistakes made at just the wrong time. I mean, the first mistake being in terms of utility on this red door. They needed that other charge to get rid of this to get rid of the barb, as they didn't have a frag grenade. And the second mistake being they didn't have good bomb control and didn't have good angles to control that bomb until it was way too late. And that Molotov on Billboard, I think, was a tremendous play. It really opened up the opportunity for Mazer to just clean up, and that was an insane play by Roadrunner, and really good positioning by Omerta always to just be contesting without ever putting himself in needless danger. Just an insane round, honestly. Like, everything seemed right, or seemed just about right. It seemed like they were making the right decisions the whole time through it at BTG. But one step ahead of them every single time. Roadrunner always just seeing those right cues and noticing where they are and finding those mistakes and those openings in their play. So I thought that was a really cool round. Again, no disrespect to those two who made mistakes. It's totally normal in this game, as it is in any game. But honestly, just really cool round. Like, that should show you how potent a mistake is, even if it happened early in the round. You know, a small issue with utility. An example in a casual match, to kind of put this into to terms that are more applicable to the average player. I mean, if you spend like 3 flashes in the first room, doesn't matter if you pick up 3 kills. If you have no way of flushing out a guy from a power position like bomb or bar in kill house or something later on in the round, that initial decision that was bad is going to hurt you later, and it might not be clear right away why that is. So I like that kind of this round really showcases that.